Blue moon alert, Libra. Venus is conjunct Jupiter on the 1st. That's the same day as the first full moon this month, in this month of the blue moon. The next one will be on the 31st, but we'll get into that later on in the transmission during the love transmission. All right. Venus is also direct in Leo and goes direct in through Virgo on the 18th, and then goes retrograde in Virgo on the 26th. Now, let's see how your ruling planet of Venus affects you this month, Libra. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. Your guardian angel of air is Raphael, Libra. And that's the angel who oversees all the air signs. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Libra angel, Zodiac, who resides over your cardinal air nature, and these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, we're going to get into the priority, the love transmission. Okay, we promised we'd mention to you what's going on with the moon, since that affects your love life so much. Okay, on the 1st, that's the same day as Venus is conjunct Jupiter, which is beneficial and friendly for you and Sagittarius, and also Pisces. But the full moon begins in Sagittarius, and it's 100% light on the 1st that night, but then quickly moves into Capricorn for the majority of this first full moon. And so there's 100% light on the 1st and on the 2nd. So some people can call this a full moon on the 1st, depending on where you're located. So get your astrocartography charts done. Now, how's this going to affect you? Okay, so we're using Greenwich Mean Time. But how it's going to affect you is basically that people, because of the Venus conjunct Jupiter, and also because the first full moon begins a sliver of its time in Sagittarius, which is I perceive, you're going to have a perception or the inkling that there's going to be something that's going to happen. Something, you feel like something's going to happen. It's a feeling of anticipation. This is what you're going to experience. But when it actually moves into Capricorn very quickly, the night of the 1st, then you're going to feel like you've arrived, and although it'll be a slowing down of, okay, I see what's going to happen, but okay, now I understand, and so now I can move a little slower because I'm not running around wondering what's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen, and we'll get to this in a minute, exactly what that is. But basically, then you will know how to proceed. And what that is going to be is you're going to begin to understand how to become more lucky in love, and also how to become more important in the eyes of those you care about. You want to be important. You want to have a status in the eyes of people you care about. And because Capricorn is a sign that's very good with that kind of methodical rock climbing situation on the social ladder through hard work, you'll begin to understand exactly, Libra, how this pertains to you and how you can get that to occur. So this is how you'll move through. I think I can, I feel like I'm getting somewhere in my love life or with my family or my friends, and, okay, and then once the full moon goes from Sagittarius into Capricorn, okay, now, which will happen quickly, now I understand, because 100% light both times, on both days, now I understand how I'm going to do that. And it is going to be a little slower and more methodical, a little more hard work than you might have hoped, but nevertheless, it will still be very doable. Just like, how do I build a brick wall? I put one brick upon the other, make sure I put plenty of, mortar in between. Something like that. You'll understand how to do it. Okay, so you're going to have more good luck with this full moon on the 1st. On the 15th is the new moon in Cancer the Crab. Now, how is this going to affect you, Libra? This is going to affect you in that you're going to feel that you, plus others, are going to have a lot of sloppy, messy emotions. unruly feelings, crocodile tears, that kind of thing, where people are feeling, because Cancer the Crab is I feel or feeling. So this is going to be a time when people feel that if they allow themselves to feel, perhaps seeds can be planted in the heart and the minds of those whom you want to influence. So understand that. It's not a time for a lot of energy to come out from feelings, but it's a time for more sort of people who keep things to themselves are going to find a way to sort of plant, again, ideas in the hearts of others and in the minds of others so that they can begin to influence other people. And this sort of is a good subsequent situation to the full moon in Sagittarius and moving into Capricorn, where you will understand that it's methodical and it has to be built. And the seed has to be planted. In other words, we're going to be using just basics, your basic, common sense ideas to build, again, importance in the lives of those people that you care about, be they friends, family, or romantic interests, spouses, whatnot. Okay? On the 31st, this is the blue moon. This is the second full moon on the 31st in July. And this is going to be in the sign of the water bearer, or Aquarius. And this is an air sign. It's fixed air, Aquarius. Also, the guardian angel is Raphael. So this is going to help you be able to reap the rewards of all of the good karma that you have built up in the area of love, friendship, doing things for family. If you feel you haven't gotten rewards for all you've done, or if you feel you've been misunderstood, then this is going to help. Because this blue moon and the second one, this second full moon in Aquarius, this blue moon, you're going to feel again an release of your good karma. So it's sort of like I've stored all these treasures up, and now I'm going to be able to utilize all the good that I've done and sort of call in my rewards, or, call in my markers. I've done favors for people, and now I'm going to call in my markers and have them do favors for me. Whatever. That kind of thing. Of course, in the area of love, you don't want to keep score so much, but a lot of people do. So just understand that this is very important, though. These moons shine on everyone, and these energies shine on everyone. So you especially want to find out where your moon sign is, so you can find out, who's going to reap the most rewards in these areas. Because other people are going to also be feeling that they're owed favors. And as we go through this transmission from Zuriel, you'll begin to get more of an idea of why people might be feeling the anticipation and be wanting to begin to be more methodical about their relationships, and why they might feel that they deserve to be rewarded, and why they also might want others to do favors for them. Sort of, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, or I've already done that, now you help me, kind of a thing. Okay? You'll understand more in a minute here, because we're going to get into this for you as we get into the money transmission. Okay? This is Zuriel's money transmission. Okay, you're going to be able to have good deals with Geminis and Virgos, you specifically this month, Libra. And from the from July 1st through July 18th, that's when you're going to feel you can have sort of, this is what we're just talking about, a harvest of bringing in sort of hand over fist everything that you've accumulated, like my time to reap my rewards financially as well. Okay? In goods and services and financially. Now, after the 18th, when Venus goes into, the ingress is into Virgo, it's going to become more precise, not so much hand over fist. You might feel like you're getting nickel and dimed, but that's just because of Venus will ingress into Virgo beginning the 18th, and then, when it goes retrograde in Virgo on the 26th, you might feel like you're going backwards, and you're having to give more than you're receiving, or that it's unfair towards you in some manner. You might feel that that's because of the retrograde transit to Virgo beginning on the 26th of your ruling planet of Venus. So sort of stock up from the 1st to the 18th, and then stock up more precisely from the 18th to the 26th. And then you might feel that you have to, dish out to others a little bit to help others that haven't been so good at stocking up things that they need. Okay? Okay, this is something a little special today that we're going to give you some information. If you want Zuriel wants to say this to you. I'm just going to let it flow, okay? If you want to know what you should look forward to in the latter part of 2015 and through 2016, you should follow Scripture, because Scripture basically talks about 3 days when it could get to where you really don't want to be going outside too much. You want to have some good shelter. 3 days. You want to make sure you have that. And provisions for 3 days over the next, year and a half or so. Just as something to look for. Also, like people say, well, should I stock up for, maybe a rainy day? Should I stock up for, 2 weeks? Should I stock up for a year, 2 years? What do I have to, be prepared for, and when? Just over the next year and a half, there's sort of a highlight on that time frame. Okay? The end of 2015 and 2016. When there could be, natural disasters or something that could affect people in various, parts of the globe for, 3 days when it's very intense. Now, that's in Scripture. Now, also, what does Scripture say is when a time when you might feel like you would like to die, but you cannot. 5 months. Okay, so if you want to be extra careful, just 6 months. So what does that mean? That means that you really, need a certain thing, like what's something you can't live without? Say you really like Cheetos. And you can't live without Cheetos, okay? So you want to, what should I stockpile that can last me 6 months? Make sure you have at least 1 or 2 bags of Cheetos that will last you for 6 months. 1 a day or 2 a day, bags of Cheetos for 6 months. And then you will feel that you have everything you need, and you'll be fine. Whatever that may be. Everybody has something in their life that they just feel they can't live without. Maybe you might want to make sure you have enough water for that long. This is what we're talking about. Okay? Now, this is not a time to get all upset. People who have been paying attention and who have been preppers and listening, to Art Bell and George Norrie for years on their way home from work in the evening. Those people are fine. If they've stored up and got everything prepared and they know what they're doing, or they just happen to be MacGyvers who can, build the Taj Mahal with a paper clip and a spool of thread. There's people like that who are going to be in high demand. You'll have plenty of work. Those of you who can do those kinds of things are going to be in high demand. So not to worry. But this is not a time to get all upset. Now, is it? Because what's going on and what's going to happen and why it's sort of a cat and mouse game is because reality is not something that is so necessarily plain and simple. We build our realities each day through suggestion and through symbols. And it's been going on forever. And time is relative, and time is something that is, you know, it's something that you can go forward or back, or it's a landscape. It's a spherical landscape where you can go in any direction. Okay? So, you know, there's pay attention to symbols right now. If you're a student of symbols, pay attention. All right? Those of you who watched Bozo the Clown as a child will know what we're talking about. Okay. All right. So this makes sense to you. Okay? Health. How are you going to deal with your health in July? The fourth chakra is something you can work on healing for, again, from the 1st to the 18th. And then from the 18th to the 26th of the month, you'll feel that your third and your fourth chakra can be healed very well. Don't over cleanse, and also don't over get into the ultimate health in preparation so much. Don't overtax the system with too many vitamins or too many herbs. If your body feels that it's just doesn't want so many like healthy things at one time, like you're giving me too many vitamins, you're giving me too many herbs, you know, then calm down and drink more water and take more walks. Your body will tell you what it wants. You can also overtax the body with too many healthy things. Okay? So this is a time to not overtax the body with anything too much. You don't want to, flush your body out with so much water that you're getting a fluid electrolyte imbalance either. Your body, again, will tell you what you need. Listen to your body. It'll tell you what you need. All right. Now, from the 26th on, when Venus goes retrograde in Virgo, what you want to do is understand you're going to have maybe a deeper healing of some of the third and fourth chakra issues. You'll just revisit to heal those in a deeper, more complete way. That's all. That's all it is. A deeper, more complete healing. All right. Now, chakra work can be dangerous. It's powerful. So check with masters in various forms of chakra healing, martial arts. And you can also always check with acupuncturists that are licensed, physicians that are allopathic, naturopathic, or homeopathic physicians. Okay? All right. If you're not an expert yourself, or people who have dual degrees. Okay, now we're going to go over some of the planetary aspects and facets that we have highlighted for you this month that we feel are important for you so that we can keep you sane and healthy during July of 2015. There's a lot going on this month. There's been a lot of hype about some things happening called like JADE HELM 15, which is directly related to some of the things we've talked about. So just all is well. We already went over that, so just understand. Okay. So remember, Libra, that Venus is direct in Leo until the 18th, then to ingress in a direct transit through Virgo, then on the 26th to go retrograde in Virgo. And the first is at full moon in Sagittarius. It quickly moves into Capricorn, and 100% light on the first and on the second. And also on the same day, Venus conjunct Jupiter, which is helpful for you because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, okay, and Pisces. But the Sagittarius, it will give you an extra bit of intuition, if you will. Yeah. Okay, now the 4th of July, happy birthday, America. Venus is trine Quora, which gives you a sort of a understanding of people who are, all or nothing types of individuals. And that's a very all-or-nothing day for you on the 4th of July. On the 5th, Mercury sextile Venus. That's friendly between you and Gemini and Virgo. We talked about that a little bit in the transmission for the money from Zuriel. On the 14th, Venus square Saturn. That's competitive between you and Aquarius. On the 15th, new moon in Cancer. Remember, sloppy feelings, crocodile tears. Don't go overboard. On the 18th, Venus ingress Virgo we talked about. On the 31st, that's the blue moon, Venus ingress into Leo. And on the 31st, full moon, blue moon in Aquarius. All right. Thank you for joining us, Libra. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and join us again next month.